Ever since I was younger, probably my number one biggest struggle has been discoloration. I am in that lovely skin tone that anytime there's a little bit of irritation, my skin's like, oh no, we need to send in the troops, which means a lot of melanin production. And as much as I appreciate my body fighting against the sun or irritation, I also like having a clearer complexion. So I wanted to share with you my daily evening routine that I do. There are a lot of steps in it that just fight against my daily struggle against pigmentation. In my youth, it was a lot more post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from acne. Now it's a lot of more dealing with age spots and sunspots, melasma, all those lovely hormonal changes that happen through life. And I recently got Hypochlorus laser, which also helps with discoloration. So all of this is also in support of making sure that the expensive treatments that I do also help keep all of my pigmentation at bay. It's actually a much more pleasantly simple routine than you might think. So let's go ahead and just hop right into it. Being that I already have makeup on my face for the day, the very first step, and maybe honestly my favorite step right now lately, love this product so much. I wear the most waterproof of waterproof makeup, and this Heroin Make Speedy Mascara Remover is like, oh, it's so good. I can use the most rock solid mascara that is so difficult to remove, and even with an oil cleanser, you really have to wait for it to melt everything down. This little tube, I swear to you, it is so fast. It just melts down right away. I literally don't need any effort. You apply it just like mascara. But my Asian girlies watching know you need like a very, very dry waterproof mascara to keep those curls up. So this is clutch. So after putting that in my lashes, I'm going in with my oil cleanser. This Elemis one is so good. And I know this seems kind of redundant, like you put lash remover first and then you're using an oil cleanser anyway. Yes, I can do my lash removal even with my regular oil cleanser. But I'm serious, whatever they put in the actual mascara remover, literally when I go over my lashes, it's already all melted. It takes zero effort. No rubbing, which is so important if you're getting a little bit older and you don't want to rub your skin all around and cause more wrinkles. I had sunscreen on and foundation and all of that, and it's just already melted away. Zero effort. That's what I like. The thing with these oil cleansers, I just wet my hands, and as I place this on my face and massage it in, it'll start to emulsify. See how it's starting to get a little white and milky? Anything you had put on your face, it's grabbing onto it, then turns milky so it can rinse away. Next, I'm using a gel cleanser. I've been absolutely loving this one from Crave Beauty. I use about that much. Usually what I look for in a gel cleanser is just that it doesn't strip my skin. I don't want it to be overly squeaky feeling. You know, when you rinse it off and your face feels tight, we want to avoid that. We want to keep all of the hydration in our skin while still doing a good job rinsing off all of the rest of the remaining oil from the oil cleanser. If you have extremely dry skin, I mean, maybe you can get away with just doing the oil cleanser without cleansing, but being that I'm actually very acne prone, I always do a double cleanse, always. Be really thorough about this, getting around all the crevices around your eyes, next to your nose, really get that T-zone section. Because I have quite sensitive skin at this point, right after I wash my face, I like to use a hypochlorous acid. I have a couple different ones, Tower 28, this one's Magic Molecule. It doesn't matter what the brand is, but this can be really soothing if you have eczema or acne. Next, I'm going to be using a milky toner. I've been loving this step. It adds a lot of hydration. Today, I'm using Road Glazing Milk. It's one of my favorites. I only use about that much. Next, I like to put in my eye cream. Sometimes I like this step before my actives. If my actives happen to be drying or a little bit irritating, this kind of helps protect my eyes. I am using Magiclean Re-Advanced Eye Cream. I have been looking for an eye cream for kind of the longest time. I'm usually not very impressed, but my biggest thing is I just don't want anything to be stinging my eyes. A lot of these eye creams that have retinol, I don't want to double up because I do use a retinol on my face, and I just don't want them to dry out my eye area or be irritating in any way. But this one actually has a lot of really great benefits for anti-wrinkling without using a retinol product in it. I was actually so excited because Magiclean reached out to me to sponsor this portion of the video, and this is a prestige South Korean skincare brand. I absolutely love it because obviously I'm Korean. I've been a devotee to Korean beauty for years and years and years. I use a lot of Korean beauty in my daily skincare routine, and they have have a lot of clinical studies and trials behind their products. This is literally science and nature working together. This is a 3-in-1 formula that targets dark circles, fine lines, and loss of firmness. You can see the texture. It's quite viscous and it really just plumps up my skin. It's so hydrating. And it uses a patented cell power complex, which uses prismarine, which I've been hearing so many things about. A lot of the best eye creams all have this ingredient in it, beta-glucan and niacinamide. And it also has ginseng extract, and I swear to you, anything with ginseng in it, my skin also just drinks that up. It loves it so much. Clinical studies have actually shown a 20% reduction in wrinkles in just 4 weeks. Yeah, I feel like I can definitely see why. I actually have super sensitive skin and this has been working wonderfully for me. I'm gonna put the link down in the description box, but just right now for April, they're actually doing a promotion for 20% off. So if you guys want a really effective eye cream that's good for sensitive skin, you should check this out. Now that we have a bit of a protective, hydrated layer around our eyes, I like to go into our actives next. I like doing that specifically in that order because I find that my eyes just are in a much better condition when I do that. So my 2 main actives I have been using, and I think this is so key for anyone dealing with hyperpigmentation especially. Tretinoin, if you want to see an entire video of me going on and on and on, maybe too much information about tretinoin, how to use it, my routine that I use it in. I will leave a link to that video up above and you can click that and watch it if you're interested in finding out a lot more about particularly prescription retinol. I personally use a 0.1% tretinoin, and I think 0.1% tends to be the most highest concentration that's typically prescribed for anti-aging / acne kind of use. It definitely helps with both in my case. And then more recently, I've been using this as well. This is also another prescription. This is hydroquinone, and hydroquinone can actually help so much with the actual lightening of dark spots, particularly if you have melasma and if you have sunspots and age spots. They're really stubborn. They're very, very difficult to get rid of. Like I mentioned earlier, I've actually been receiving laser treatments, PicoSure Pro, which breaks down the pigment and kind of reabsorbs it in your body. But in support of that, I want to be using my hydroquinone to keep new spots from forming. This is the prescription that I use. You use it for a few months and then you have to go off of it for a few months and cycle it out so that your skin is not going to do basically a boomerang reaction of producing a lot of melanin. You have to be very careful under a doctor's supervision using this. But if you do not have access to hydroquinone itself, there are a few other things that I've used before. Forgive my dirty bottle. This is The Ordinary Alpha Arbutin 2% plus hyaluronic acid serum. I did use this for quite a while as well. Alpha arbutin is actually a derivative of hydroquinone, but it's over the counter. And another serum I've really enjoyed using that's also over the counter is Mother Science Molecular Hero Serum. And this actually has a bit of a unique ingredient to help with anti-spot formation. It has malicesin. I haven't seen too many serums with this particular one, so I do like using this one as well. Although with these two, I've put them on hold for now because I am using the prescription. Because of my laser treatments, I usually use the tretinoin every night. So right now I'm going to put on the hydroquinone. I just use a very, very small amount. Different people will tell you different things like, oh, you should just use this in areas that you want targeted, like any areas you have particular dark spots. I like using it a little bit all over my face because I don't want certain areas to be lighter than others, but I do try to put extra emphasis on my dark spots that are on the top of my cheeks where I have the most sun damage. One other active I do want to talk about, just because I am quite acne prone, is an acne cream that I've been liking lately. This is actually Japanese. It's called Pear. I feel like it was called Lion Pear, but I have a little zit on my chin right here. So I just use this on a couple spots. Next, I wanted to share the moisturizer I've been using. Honestly, I am obsessed with the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Double Repair Moisturizer. This is just absolutely my favorite. It has been for a while. In fact, I love this so much. My husband kept stealing it from me, and now this is the only moisturizer he will use. I have tried throwing very, very expensive moisturizers at him, and we both just keep rebuying this one. So this is is a multi repurchase product. It's oil-free, but the moisturizer itself doesn't feel super thin. It has a very nice gel texture to it, but it still has enough moisture in it that you don't feel dry. Everything just feels nicely hydrated and nourished. A lot of oil-free moisturizers tend to feel too thin, but this one doesn't. I absolutely love it, and it's also a really great price as well. And then finally, this is not necessarily every single night for me, but it is a regular lady in my skincare routine. This is Estera Atto Barrier 365 cream, and this is my favorite barrier repair cream. So if I got a laser treatment, or if my skin got extra dry because I worked out really hard and my face sweat a lot, you know, playing tennis or something like that, you have a lot of wind in your face, there are certain occasions where I just need a little bit more for my skin. If the seasons are changing and there's like a lot of air conditioning from it being winter time, or even if it's summer and you're just feeling like really hot and dry, this is my favorite one. I don't tend to use it every single night because it could be a little bit too creamy for me, but for a barrier repair, this is the least likely to irritate my skin. It has very simplified ingredients. It's not really acne-genic. On days where I feel really dehydrated, I will use this first and then put a little bit of this over it as well. And the next morning after I use this, my face always feels so plump and hydrated. I'm just gonna use a little bit right now. Not on my whole face, but just like around my cheeks, a little on my forehead. Down here, because I've been getting back on the retinol, I've been peeling a lot, and this has been helping that to not be a problem, especially under makeup. And then finally, I like to make sure I have a nice hydrated seal on my lips. This is the lip balm I've been using lately. It's from Violet FR. What I love about this one in particular is not only is it just really nourishing, but it has a ceramic tip. So every time you apply it, it feels cold. It's nice and cooling. It's very nice for hot summer weather. That's it. That is my whole evening routine. I am ready for bed. I don't have to do anything for the rest of the day now. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I hope this was informative for you. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, I would love if you would subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment down below if you have a favorite anti-aging product that actually works. Please let me know because I would love to try it too. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video.